Okay, this is just a quick video. This is a tip. If you have a cat that is sick in a case of emergency and you cannot immediately get them to a vet, you do still need to get them to a vet afterwards, as long as you can afford to. But if you cannot immediately get them to a vet, this could save your cat's life. And I am not exaggerating with that. I wish I had known this prior to now. Okay, so this is a syringe. No needle on the top, just a feeding syringe for kittens. What is in here currently is a 50-50 mix, or not a 50-50, but it is a it would have been, if it were full to the top to the base, it would be 60 milliliters of liquefied cat food. How to make that is you take 60 milliliters of warm water, measure it with the syringe, put it in a blender. You dump into that a 3-ounce patty or chunk can of wet cat food, of what your cat eats. You can then blend that into a pretty much base liquid puree, and then I'm going to show you how you do this. You have to do it in very small amounts at a time. Obviously, I have a somewhat willing participant. We'll see how willing he is for the demonstration, but in most cases your cat is not going to be willing. Oh, excuse you, Mr. Dante. Yeah, he's waiting on the rest of the food. He knows what's coming. But yeah, most of the time your cat will not be willing. Just take stops in between, pat them, rub their ears, whatever you do to reassure your cat. Here, let's get done with the demonstration. Also, your cat will not normally be sitting upright willingly for this. I am just being incredibly lucky. Okay, so he's opening. You insert in the very side of the mouth. You do not do it from the front. Normally the cat would be in a baby position, and then you just go like that. You squirt about 1 to 2 milliliters at a time on the side, and you have to be very, very careful when doing that so that they do not aspirate. You should still try to get them to a vet as soon as possible, but this information is for emergency situations. If your cat goes without eating for, I believe, more than 24 hours, if they are sick, sometimes they won't be able to smell or taste anything. Just like if you get a cold, you can't smell or taste anything. They will stop eating. And if they go without eating for more than 24 hours, they could develop fatty liver, pancreatitis, or other illnesses. So this is just an emergency method. If, like, say it is a Sunday night, you do not have money to get them to an emergency vet, because emergency vets are insanely expensive. I'm still paying off $1,000 installment loan from an emergency weekend vet, and then the regular vet total cost. But yeah, if you use this method, the can plus the 60 milliliters of water should amount to approximately 120 milliliters. If you do it right, you may need to add a little more water for that, but approximately 120 milliliters of liquid. I would also recommend, actually I'm not even going to recommend anything because I am not a vet, but yeah, this is just an emergency method if you have no other way of getting your cat to take in any food or water, because they are absolutely refusing to eat or drink, because obviously cats are just, all animals are just like people with that. If you don't eat or drink, you die. So yeah, I hope this helps someone who needs it. And please remember, also consult your vet, get your cat or dog or other animal to a vet as soon as possible. I don't have the exact link for these. These are actually something used for for feeding stray kittens milk. But if you don't have the money to go out and buy one, you should be able to go to a drugstore and you can get a small milliliter syringe, because they are also used to give Tylenol to children, liquid Tylenol for if you get the fevers or if they need like kid cough medicine. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had to worry about anything like that. Yeah, you should be able to get a syringe that way. It may not come in 60 milliliters, but I believe most, if not all, medical feeding syringes or medicine syringes come with milliliter measurements. And then, yeah, hope this helps. And watch out, because you will get slapped, you will get every other nice cat thing done. But if it is the case where you would where your cat would die, or you do that and then get the cat to the vet, it's probably better to make sure the cat gets something in them and get them to the vet. I can't give any recommendations beyond that because I am not a licensed professional. I just, it is something I have learned about and I thought I could share it with you guys.